Hello! Let's play a quick game before we start. I'm going to show 3 pieces of artwork I've done on the screen, and I want you to guess which one was done in 24 hours. Got your guess? Trick question! All of them were! Hi, my name is Maria. I'm an animation student, big fan of video games, and today I thought I'd make this video. So hi! So today I'm going to be talking about how you can get faster at art, some tips and tricks I've learned as someone who's recently gotten a lot faster over the past year. This video is going to be a little messy because it is my first time recording, and I hope you enjoy! And my first tip is know your process. That sounds pretty vague, but basically, you want to figure out what you do, how you do your art, what does your timeline look like, what steps are you taking. I found that figuring out and finding where you take the longest can help you try and cut that down, trying to focus less on it. For example, I hate line art. I spend a lot of time on line art, so I ended up trying to take less time on it, which helped in the long run. Also, making sure you're prepared. Some people, like me, I love to have a bunch of references. If I don't have them, I'm much slower. Sometimes I put on background music. But yeah, no, figure out your process, what helps you function, make sure you're in that right zone. Realizing what you spend the most time on, it's easier to try and shorten down that process, find ways around it, and also it's important to step away from your art. Taking breaks, also just coming back to it after a while can be only important to your process, but it's also important to you as an artist. I find that sometimes I get distracted and forget to eat or drink, which also doesn't help because I'm distracted about that and then I can't really focus on art. So take that break first. One of the things that takes me the longest in my process is line art. I hate line art with a burning passion. It's awful and really stupid, and it's awful, but I found that looking at artists I admire and also trying to set limits for how long I take on line art, get messy, trying to experiment with different brushes has helped me a lot. I have found that I'm a lot more happier with my line art. I don't spend as much time worrying about it, and I feel like that's really important. So don't stress your process, just go for it. The second tip is to stylize and simplify. I'm speaking from an animation major standpoint here, but when it comes to your anatomy, the characters you're drawing, you don't need to draw in every little detail to try and focus on the bigger shapes, silhouette. I found that shape language helps me a lot. I love shape language, especially, again, animation major. It's so important, and you don't have to stress all these tiny details. A good example of stylization is Spider-Verse. They do anatomy really well because you have realistic aspects, but it's still a cartoony comic book style, and you can apply that to your own art. Video Trigger as well, I find that they do anatomy and stylization super well. Look at like Kill la Kill or VNA, you could see that there is still like anatomy, but it's done really well. Play around with shapes a lot, colors. I'm not afraid to just go crazy, and I adore that so much. There's lots of really great shape language in Premiere. I love Premiere. You should all watch it. It's great. But yeah, no, they stylize and simplify in really great ways, and I found that for me, trying to not stress the tiny details helps so much, especially when you're drawing. My final tip is to just lose the perfectionism, which I know is easier said than done. I'm coming from a standpoint as someone who is also a bit of a perfectionist. I worry too much. I get it. One thing to do is just avoid falling to those habits, trust the process, and step away from your work, ask for critique from friends or family, people you trust, taking away time just for yourself. It's also important to be kind to yourself, don't beat yourself up. Mistakes are a part of the learning process. Every time you draw, you're learning. So you don't have to post every doodle or art piece that you make online. You can do stuff for yourself. It's good to do stuff for yourself. Lots of people I know like to have separate sketchbooks for school and just for themselves. It helps a lot because no one else is going to see it, so you can just be yourself with it. Also, sometimes setting time limits, trying to prioritize the bigger shapes, composition, thumbnails, instead of focusing on like these tiny details. Also like to do some challenges, do things with time limits, play around with one layer, one pen, just a single line. Being a faster artist does not necessarily make you a better one by any means, same vice versa, but it's helped a lot, and I like that I'm able to make some doodles or pieces faster and just focus on the bigger overall picture. And finally, I can talk about some examples. So I transit to my college so I have about an hour. I was just sitting around on a bus and subway, so I take that time to do art. I know lots of my friends do as well. I'll sometimes pull out my iPad or sketchbook and quickly doodle something. Because I'm on that time limit, I'm not too worried about going crazy. Put up a doodle I did of Robin and Booth Hill, which I really like because I did that on the bus and ended up coloring when I did get to school. That was really fun. Also put up some artwork I did of Ronbu, which I don't know why the brain rot came back, but it did, and I basically made each of these pretty quickly, and I could not tell you how just brain rot goes wild. And I still am pretty crazy about Akechi, but I draw him a lot, and I have a bunch of these doodles that I did pretty quickly. And I'm not too worried about how the anatomy is looking. It's just for me to play around. I don't have to show it to anyone, but I'm gonna, because it's fun. It's just really silly. I used to be a really slow artist, and it would take me multiple days, and even then, I still have like, a bunch of whips in my gallery that I haven't finished. I don't know if I'll get around to them. I don't have to, but you know, it happens. I think getting faster is really enjoyable because I can try and whip up a sketch really quick, and it's nice, but don't get me wrong, going slow with art is equally as important. You can't rush everything. Well, it's nice to. I know lots of people enjoy taking it slow with their process. I'd like to do more rendering stuff, so I do want to take it slow, but I'm happy I can whip up a quick doodle, and it doesn't take me too long. I just do it really fast. So I'm gonna quickly preface that this is my first recorded video, so if it's off, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best. See how this goes. Better at recording as time goes, but yeah, thank you. You've gone this far. I don't know how long this video will be. It'll probably be really short. In the future, I'd like to do some redesign videos for either Persona or maybe Has-Been, or honestly just leave your suggestions below. Thank you if you've gone this far. I hope you have a good day, and see you later.